So, oh God, this is my second time recording this. I was only recording the noise coming from my phone, so just that audio itself. Um, Sorry if I sound a little bit sickly. I'm not. I don't know why. I do sound like this, but I kind of like the raspiness at the end. It was a little bit more intense earlier, but that's fine. Whatever. So we found this Instagram page that a friend of mine posted on their story, and we're just gonna react to it. Yeah. So this guy posted. Well, you can see it's like right there on the middle, on the top. Uh, it's Sheik uh, advocating for Trump, I believe. I believe this guy's also Sheik Sikh. Um, Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing it right. I've heard both uh, of those be pronounced, so maybe I should have looked it up before I even recorded it for the second time. But whatever. Uh, uh, that will be a mistake that I won't make in the future, I guess. Anyways, this guy pretty much posts a lot of Sikh videos, or videos of Sikhs. I don't know, some praying for Trump, and I don't know. I've only looked at a few, but I think this guy may be anti-Trump, but he does focus a lot on Trump. So I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna look at the video and then we're just gonna react.
2020 election where we have to decide between the radical left socialist agenda and President Trump's America First agenda. Under his presidency, we have seen the economy take off like never before, reaching record highs with record growth, along with the highest employment numbers in every demographic. November 3rd, re-elect President Trump and vote to keep America great.
All right, so we had that, and on practically everything, he's wrong. I've seen better arguments for Trump, and those arguments stay away from the economy. All right, we have record high unemployment. Not really. Or actually, I think we have unemployment Great Depression numbers, I believe. Well, we're over at 20% unemployment. So there we go. I don't know how long ago this was made, but he was talking about this during COVID, then he's wrong. Maybe if closer to the beginning, it'd be like, okay. And sure, that's when you socialize the stock market, and big corporations, you know, you just practically gave them UBI. Um, so yeah, of course the economy is going to look good if you're going to look at the stock market. Oh wait, but here's the thing. People usually confuse what the purpose of the economy is. And it depends on your um, political beliefs, whether you're a progressive, liberal, conservative, whatever. I believe, and I'm sure a lot of people who live in social democracies believe, that the economy is meant to serve the people, not the other way around. All right? Now, sure, you need people to make the economy function, but the economy can be used as a tool, as a startup to get all those people to give back to the economy. The economy should be like nature, taken care of because it can provide for you, but you have to take care of it from, I don't know, let's say wildfires, right? You can compare wildfires to coronavirus because obviously coronavirus is going to do damage to the economy. Wildfires are going to do damage to the forest. It's practically the same thing. He also said there at the very beginning that that like conservatives are running against a socialist agenda. Part of me wishes. I'm not socialist. I'm a social democrat. But I think we could get a lot more done if we had socialists. And there I said it. I said it. But anyway, that's not even the point. It's just he's so dumb for thinking that Biden is socialist. And even if he doesn't, he didn't even say Biden was socialist. He said they're running behind a socialist agenda. Let's even assume that. AOC, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren have had no say into what Biden does. Now, sure, Bernie like probably like gives a little bit of a push, but then he just pulls away and is like, "Oh, my friend Biden." Yeah, that's pretty much the situation you got going on. Like, no social democrats who define themselves as democratic socialists have had any major effect on what the democratic establishment should do. All right, so the the Democrats aren't as good as we thought, but are they better than Trump? Yes. All right, policy wise, Democrats they try to stay inside like a bubble of ethical laws, I guess, but they do. Here's what makes the Democrats the same as Republicans. They pretty much enable several Republicans to do whatever they want. They enable war. They also cause war. It's it's um it's a bipartisan issue. They have terrible uh, domestic policies, I guess. The war on drugs and how that's been handled, both by Democrats and Republicans. But I would say the Democrats have made more steps in the right direction than Republicans. Now, this guy's also talking about jobs, Trump bringing jobs back. And a lot of people are still struggling. Some people are still living paycheck to paycheck. Some people are working two, three jobs that Trump brought back and still can't make rent. So if this guy's talking before coronavirus, like sure, I guess it was heading in a good direction. Like he had the First Step Act, which I'll give him credit for. Um, Unemployment within the Black and Hispanic communities was going up. Sure, I'll give him credit for that. I'll give credit where credit's due. But if this is during COVID, then he's just delusional. Trump could have obviously handled this better. All right. All we had to do was like look at what countries like I don't know Europe were doing, or I guess closer to Eastern Asia. Japan did not shut down its economy; they just continued to wear masks. And if they did shut down their economy, I'm pretty sure it was just like specific, like very specific areas where they shut them down. I think maybe they just kept essential businesses open and then opened it up for everyone else. But that's it. Um, Yeah, so if this is before COVID, I mean, sure, I guess you had a point going on there. But now, let's not even assume that COVID would be here. Let's just say COVID's not here. What about George Floyd? All right. What about his 4th of July speech? People say like it's not about conduct or what they say, whatever. But it's only about policy. I also beg to differ. Um, what the president says and does, um, excluding policy, is important because that can incite violence or peace. All right. When he said at the presidential debate, um, Proud Boys stand back and stand by, but somebody's got to do something about Antifa. That's pretty much an okay for Proud Boys to stand by. And if Antifa gets out of hand, then it's not going to be the state that does anything. It's not going to even be police officers that are not wearing badges like in Portland doing anything. It's just going to be some random ass people with no like officer credentials there to take out Antifa, and the state won't hold them accountable. But they will hold accountable Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend, but not the police. All right? The fact that Donald Trump does not condemn certain things and does not um, support certain things says a lot and it gives power to his crowd. So obviously, his content, the things he says and does, excluding policy or policies, is very important because that can lead us down a road to fascism very easily. Fascism is just not about policy, it's also about conduct. It's also about the crowd you bring in. For me, the three most important things that um, that make up a president is what they say, what are their policies, and the crowd they bring in. Now, the crowd they bring in is going to be heavily dependent on their policy and their conduct. And to to be completely honest with you, I do not like a lot of the crowd that Trump brings in. I remember at first the KKK really liked him until he had to do like these dog whistle politics, saying, "Oh yeah, I condemn them, but at specific times, stand back, stand by. I'd rather have you guys than Antifa, the left, the Democrats." So yeah, there's that. And I know I kind of got off track there, but this was just a rant. If you guys want to follow this guy, sure. I doubt he posts as much about politics, but that actually kind of looks like it. What the hell is this? Elon Musk says he won't take the coronavirus vaccine, calls Bill Gates a knucklehead. He's a fake genius. I think we all figured that out. All right. Anyways, have a good rest of your week.